Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Go-Go Power Rangers issue 12. This is continuing the Shattered Grid arc within it. I think this was supposed to be the last issue of Shattered Grid in it. I could be mistaken. But it's Shattered Grid's happening this issue regardless. And honestly, this is probably my favorite Go-Go Power Rangers issue so far. At the very least, my favorite Shattered Grid related Go-Go Power Rangers issue, because it had some really neat moments. We got to see like the moment that Coinless Kim became Ranger Slayer when she was fighting her way to Tommy when he put her under the spell. And he used like this little magic circle thing. Some people were saying that it reminded them of Mystic Force. I can't really, well, I mean, I guess sort of some of the Mystic Force symbols looked like that, but honestly, the first thing I thought of was Doctor Strange, or like the Magicians, more so Doctor Strange just because of the circular stuff. But still, you know, if he said he learned it from Rita, so if they were intending for it to look like Mystic Force, that makes sense given that she became Mystic Mother and stuff, and they're pretty good at keeping little continuity things like that within the comics, which is really neat. But then, you know, we pick up where we left off, and Kim just slapped Billy. She just pulled a full-on Vesper, and she's like, it's not what it looks like, and she's going off on a mission she can't tell them about. And so while the Rangers are fighting a monster in the city, she's going on a mysterious mission, which is she finds Tommy Oliver in wherever he is before he went to Angel Grove. I don't remember if I think it might have said it like in, you know, like, oh, LA or wherever, you know, but I don't remember where it was. But it was just not Angel Grove, or at least not where the Rangers are. And he'd be like, ooh, like on the bed, you know how Tommy does, ooh. That's Tommy. Anyway, but I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna Terminator him. And then I was not confused, well, I guess confused might be the right word, but because I'd heard people theorizing quite a bit even before the Shattered Grid stuff starts that maybe Go-Go takes place in the Coinless timeline, like, you know, this is the one where Tommy goes evil, and I was like, oh, maybe that's it. But what she does is, like, it seems like she's done gonna kill him, but then she, like, zaps him with some sort of info arrow, and she's like, you'll know what to do when the time's right, or something like that. And so he's zapped with the arrow, and we get this really cool panel, probably one of my favorite panels in all the comics. It's like the Green Ranger helmet, and within it is kind of like the history of MMPR Tommy. Like, it shows the other Rangers, it shows the fight between him and Jason. Like on the outskirts of it, you have like a kind of a black and white picture of Green Ranger playing the Dragon Dagger. On the far corner, you have Tommy's death scene from the first issue of Shattered Grid. And then on the other corner here, like you see the Green Ranger, like the helmet's here, they have Green Ranger picture up here, and then the bottom's actually the White Ranger. I thought that was interesting. I mean, I just want to cover myself just in case. This still could maybe somehow be the Coinless timeline. Who knows? Maybe she found some way to, I don't know, inject Draken with a bit of heart. Like when Giles put that good energy into Willow or something. I don't know. But, like, I don't know if there's been any confirmation one way or the other. There's probably people smarter than me that know that. But if it is Draken, that could be possible. I think it's actually just regular timeline Tommy, and this is going to be the way they save him somehow. But I thought that was interesting and kind of unexpected on two levels, because I can't believe I didn't think about her potentially wanting to take out Tommy in the past regardless. Because my very first thought was actually, oh, she's so stupid, this is good Tommy, and she's thinking it's Draken and she's gonna kill him. And like, poor Tommy just dies in almost every issue. But yeah, I think that's interesting. I think it'll lead to something interesting. Like, but then when I got to the end, I'm like, oh, that's probably how they're gonna save main timeline Tommy. But then again, it seems like we're going to be in a pretty crappy place as far as the world and beyond the grid. So, I mean, because, I don't know. We'll see. I'm really fascinated. Let me know what you guys think, or what you guys might know that I don't know. But regardless, it was a really cool scene, really cool panel. And I love that the White Ranger was in the bottom corner, mainly because if they are going to save Tommy, that means we'll get maybe White Ranger. Like, I was kind of saying, oh, maybe Shattered Grid will end with regular Tommy resurrecting and becoming the White Ranger to fight Draken. I think that would be cool, just because even though taking Tommy off the board opens up a lot more possibilities, you know, I wanted to see this version of Tommy become the White Ranger, because that suit, like I've mentioned in previous videos, that it's always been like a physical representation of his redemption for me, and I thought that would be even more meaningful if he came out of the other side of this facing literally like the darkest possible outcome of himself with the lightest possible outcome with the White Ranger suit. I don't know, but regardless, the panel was cool. We'll see what happens, what it's supposed to mean, but it was unexpected and neat. And while she was doing that, she sent the Gravezord to remotely help the Rangers, and not only did it remotely help the Rangers, but it actually combined with the regular Megazord to create the Mega Gravezord. I think that's what it was called. Really, really cool. Just the fact that they combined was really cool. That's like something that you can do in the comics that you can't do, like, oh, we don't have the footage for it, you know. You just do it. Like, oh, let's do that. Boom. You just be art fortunes and you draw it. That's how it happens. So that was really cool. Another really cool panel in there. Again, top of the list for Hasbro stuff. Amongst the figures, I'd love to get like a nice articulated 6-inch figure of like Gravezord and Mega Gravezord and all that type of stuff. Even Goldar's weird hodgepodge Zord from MMPR Pink. And then we end on like Matt basically like, he hadn't had his muffin yet, Matt. No, but he was like basically confronting the Rangers at the end like, look, you guys just tell me, like the jig's up, you know, I know. And they're like, no, what? And he's like, if you don't tell me, guys. And they're like, no, what? And he like kind of walks away, you know, upset that like even after he confronted him, more or less confirming that he knows, and they still wouldn't tell him. Another really cool panel of like all their helmets and then like the civilian Rangers. Like this had some of my favorite panels in all of the comics, like both regular and Go-Go, and then PR Pink. Comics in general, Archie comics, just all comics. Like mainly, like the Gravezord one was awesome, but the one with the Green Ranger helmet and then the final panel, or one of the final panels with the helmets, was really cool. It was just a really strong issue, I think, because it was a really strong like part or ending to this Ranger Slayer story, the Shattered Grid aspect, but also an ongoing story that's been a part of Go-Go before, you know, Shattered Grid even got here, which was the Matt stuff. So I'm curious to see how that all goes. But yeah, very, very good issue. I would give it, you know, I'm going to give it a 10. I'm going to be generous today. Maybe like objectively like a 9 or 9.5, but I'm going to give it a 10 just because I really liked it a lot. Yeah, very cool. Shattered Grid finale is coming up very soon, so I'm looking forward to digging into that. I've said this before, but the main problem with the comics is that I don't have them all to read right now. This is America. I want it now. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get the notifications for all my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.